Luke here with the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, and it's fall here in Alaska. I'm camping in bushcraft survival shelters, hunting grouse and hares, cooking up good food, and having a great time. This is a place where I'd expect to see a lot of snowshoe hare or even spruce grouse. And frankly, either one of those sound pretty good for dinner tonight. There you go, those are little rabbit poops. This is a great time of year to hunt snowshoe hares because they turn white in the wintertime. And it's right at the beginning of winter, but we don't have snow on the ground here yet. So it makes it really easy to see a white rabbit in all this brown. Just got to spend a lot of time looking. An invasive beetle called the Japanese spruce bark beetle has wiped out more than 90% of the spruce trees in this forest. Large patches of forest in Alaska have just been completely wiped out by that beetle. I can see a spruce grouse sitting on a tree branch up ahead. I definitely got him. So well camouflaged. Oh, there he is. Look at that. So this is a spruce grouse, and they are delicious. They're like a wild chicken. But you can see how camouflaged they are. When they are up on the ground, they are really hard to see. See, there's a little marking on their eye, a little red, they got like a little red eyebrow. The grouse have feathers on their feet to keep their legs warm in the wintertime. But they like to sit up in these spruce trees about 6-8 feet off the ground, and you'll see them just like a ball right there. But you have to just look and look and look. This time of year, there's rarely just one of them. I have to look around really carefully and see if I can't spot more. Well, I've got myself dinner, and this trip is off to a great start. Look at this. Check it out. Those are moose bones right there. That looks like a big wolf dookie. See all the hair in it? Oh, there's more wolf poop. Wolves probably patrol this trail looking for food. Sure there's a lot of poo on it. Yeah, this looks like a decent spot to make camp. Oh. Carried this big old heavy tripod all the way here, and I forgot the adapter, so can't use it. I have forgotten so much stuff. I feel so half-cocked today. I forgot to bring paracord, and I forgot to bring any utensils or plates or cups or anything like that. So just gonna challenge myself. It's all part of the fun. Before I get started on my shelter, I've got to do some prep for dinner. I brought some bread flour and yeast. Gotta make some bread, but I gotta let it ferment for a little bit. So I'm gonna start making up the dough right now. All right, let that sit. Well, I think I better start cutting myself some trees. I'm gonna need a lot of poles. Yeah, look at all the sap oozing out of this tree. It's from the spruce bark beetles. They drill tons of holes in the bark and the trees just bleed to death. As far as the eye can see, the trees are just wiped out. I can't see a half a dozen live trees in this entire forest. I bought this hatchet last spring on my trip to Japan. No idea what it's called, but this thing is awesome for taking tree limbs off. This is the most time-consuming part of the whole process. But if you use thicker logs, it goes much quicker. But if you use thinner logs, they flex a little bit and it's easier on your back. All right, there we go. All right, I got my bed made. Better get a fire going. I'm getting hungry. There you go. There's just a cotton ball with some Vaseline on it. The Vaseline makes it burn longer and hotter, and using cotton instead of dryer lint just burns a little better. There you go. Beetle kill spruce just goes up like gasoline. Luckily it rained this morning, so everything's pretty wet. You wouldn't want to build a big fire like this otherwise. We kind of let the fire spread a little bit and consume up all the dry grass and sticks. Then you'll have a nice bare spot that's safe to build a fire. You just got to watch it like a hawk right now. Alrighty, I'm gonna get away from my campsite and go clean this bird. There we go, a couple pieces of grouse breast meat. I was planning on plucking the whole bird and cooking it over the fire with the skin on, but I had hit him a little bit low with the 22 and it made a bit of a mess, so. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for the ultimate survival foods, flour, beans, rice, those are hard to beat. I mean, this is like 2-3 days worth of food right here in this bag. It's compact, it's cheap, it's non-perishable, tastes delicious. Gotta love it. Just let that simmer for a nice long time. Well, the beans are gonna take a little while to cook, so I'm pulling out some slices of pilot bread, some cheese and salami. I'm making myself a little snack. If you don't know what pilot bread is, it's a shelf-stable cracker. It's really thick and hard. I may have raided the kids' Halloween candy a little bit last night. See, I got the bread dough here. Let's give it a smell. Oh yeah, it's fermenting. Fermenting slowly because of the cold. Put the dough up here. Let the heat of the campfire warm it up a little bit. That'll speed up the fermenting. Forgot all my utensils, so I made a quickie spoon. Oh, that's looking good. Let's just stick it right there to warm. All right, I use my griddle as a plate. We got my spoon. We got some bread. Oh, that smells delicious. May not look fancy, but I'm excited to eat it. Wild birds like grouse are so incredibly lean that if you cook them like chicken, you'll completely ruin them. They get very dry. You gotta cook them like steak. You want a little bit pink in the middle. Got a little hot sauce here, gonna put on my grouse. Ooh, a little bit of my rice and beans. Oh, that was delicious. It's amazing how good those beans taste. Just onions, garlic, salt, and butter. That's all I added. So good. I am very full. I just finished dinner and there's a few snowflakes coming down. I think I better get my shelter finished and get in bed. Well, I think I got the shelter up just in time. It's starting to rain. Oh, here we go. These pine trunks are always a little bit pokey, and I'm always afraid they're gonna pop my air mattress. So I laid this grass down to kind of give me some extra insulation and some protection. This is my pillow. It's a waterproof bag, and it's got this fuzzy lining on it. You just take your jacket and shove it in there. Well, it is late and I am tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I will see you guys in the morning. Hey guys, it's about 2:30 in the morning and there is a large pack of coyotes out around my camp. I can hear them laughing and barking off to the left and then over to the right. All right, I'm gonna try to get some sleep. We'll see if they come into camp and mess with anything. All right, good night. Well, good morning. I didn't sleep very well last night. I kept getting woken up by a massive pack of coyotes. They were running in the woods around the tent. I first heard them over here on the left, and it was so many dogs, it sounded like a dog mushing kennel. They were doing their laughing and their whooping and their barking. Around 2 a.m. they were off here to the left, and then they worked their way through the woods in front of the tent. And then they got all the way out towards the car is. And then sometime around 4 or 5 a.m. they came back this way, and this time I could hear them behind the tent. But I kept the fire going all night, and as far as I know, they never came into camp. They never bothered anything. But keeping the fire going all night burned up my entire pile of wood, so I needed to cut some more wood. Cutting firewood's a great way to get the blood pumping in the morning. Whew. I think it's time to make some breakfast. There we go, fried Spam. A little pat of butter here, we're gonna just melt all over it. Just smearing some melted butter all over my bread. Got a little bit of honey here. fried bread, honey butter, and Spam. The breakfast of champions right there. Hear that pack of coyotes started howling over there again. That is a fabulous sweet and savory flavor. Got the grease and the honey. Oh, fried Spam is so good. That was so delicious. Well, now they got a little food in me. I think it's time to clean up the campsite and go do a little more hunting. You know, this really was a nice bed. I gotta tell you, the older I get, the more I care about having good back support. You know, one thing I worried about is whether or not a spark could catch this dry grass on fire. You don't want to wake up in the middle of the night engulfed in flames and melting sleeping bags. But I'm a little skeptical about whether that's really an issue, so we're gonna test it out. That's a lot more than a little spark, so if those coals don't light it on fire, I think we're okay. I think you need the combination of sparks and wind for that to light on fire. Certainly isn't going up like a blazing inferno. It's been a fun little campsite, but I think it's time to put the fire out and go hunting. The things I'm hunting, like rabbits, grouse, and ptarmigan, they all live off of these willows. See these things? And you tend to find a lot of these willow patches on the edges of trails or roads. So you just walk down these trails slowly and look. Spend lots of time looking. Well, I've covered more than a few miles and haven't seen anything, but we've had a good day. It's been a fun trip, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this. If you want to see more videos from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, make sure to click subscribe and check out our playlist. We have all of our videos organized by playlist. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. If you like this video, don't forget to check out the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, where we have hundreds of videos just like this. And don't forget to click subscribe so you can see other great videos every Saturday morning. And hit that bell button so you'll get notifications. Thanks for watching.